welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Wick indicator and the Wick strategy. Just for transparency's sake, we are looking at the AVAX crypto on a 30-minute time frame. Now, the Wick strategy is a very cool. It's a very cool strategy. In essence, it looks for those liquidity grabs. Whenever we see price action move down into those deep liquidity zones, well, this is the indicator that catches that. So let's go ahead and put it on our chart so we can take a look here. As you can see on here, it catches great those bottoms of the bottoms, right? It shows where price action goes into those liquidity zones and comes right back up. It's catching really great bottoms here right before a big reversal. So this strategy, it's actually really cool because what you can do here is you can essentially see where it goes down into these zones, and then from there you can set your take profit as you see fit. The strategy helps with seeing what's a safe take profit that you can utilize that'll be good for these coins. So I'll show you an example here. So we're looking at the indicator here, catching some really great wicks down here. Let's look at the strategy. So we were looking at the indicator, and now we're looking at the strategy here. It's set up to where you can set back test dates. For example, right now I'm using the back test of the beginning of 2025 to where we are currently, May 20th of 2025. But in essence, I'm showing you guys what it looks like up until from the beginning of the year to now. What we're seeing on here is with the settings that we currently have in play here, we have the RSI length at 90, um, and then our strength index 20, and it does have also other confluence indexes that you can use, such as ADX length, ADX threshold, ADX smoothing. And also, obviously, you want to set your take profit and your stop loss. You can also set customized backtest dates, what kind of gives you an idea of what it kind of looks like in at other times, and how it looks like now. But in essence, that really is all there is to this wick indicator and this wick strategy. What I personally do is I have it running in the background. Usually what I do is I'll still apply DCA settings for a wick strategy. I still apply stop loss settings and some good take profit settings. In this particular move, as you can see on here, we got some great grabs down here in the liquidity zones. Um, the take profit that I have set up here is 10%, which is really, really good. So we got a 10% return from these liquidity grabs, as you can see on here. 10% return on all of these liquidity grabs. And that's essentially what you want to do, right? So you want to play with the profitability, you want to play with your take profit, you want to play with your settings. What works for AVAX in this particular case might not work for other cryptos. For example, there's other cryptos that are a little bit more volatile, such as Pepe, Dogecoin. So you can use this strategy on those coins as well, but you might need to tweak a little bit more the RSI length, maybe some of the ADX, the strength index. If we take a look once more, you'll need to tweak some of these to where you're very comfortable with the buy entries. Um, that's one of the things that I like about this strategy. It's one of the things that I like about this indicator is that it is customizable. You can play around with it, and all of the strategies come with its matching indicator. So once you find a strategy that you like, once you find the settings that are good for that particular coin, what you can do is then you set up the settings the same way on your indicator, and then you can set your alerts accordingly. So you can set your buy alert for the wick indicator. You can set your buy alert, and you'll get, that buy signal sent either to your mobile phone or however you have your buy alert set up. In my particular case, my buy alerts go into my trading bot on wondertrading.com. Um, I set it up in a way to where I'm getting some profit out of it. Sometimes on some of the coins, I have a take profit set at 3%. Some of them I have them set up at 3%. And this one, in this particular case, I have it set up at 10% because it's pretty volatile. Usually I see a good return on these wicks. But you are able to customize your strategy depending on the coin that you're using. I've noticed that I like to use it on a 30-minute time frame, but you can test it out on other time frames. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. I wanted to show you what the settings look like. Once you actually purchase the package, it's going to come with the strategy, it's going to come with the indicator, and it's also going to come with a summary of what all of these indexes mean, how you can use them, and it goes more into depth on how you can apply those to the different strategies. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this firsthand. As always, be safe, happy trading, and I will see you guys in the next video.